Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Joey, your mini movement man. So today we're talking about aches and pains in the knees. Ay, ay, ay. Coming up, I'm gonna show you a few warm-ups and a few exercises that'll help you fix just that problem. So stick around, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you appreciate what I do, and now let's get on to it. All right, so the first drill that we're gonna do is walking on all aspects of the foot. I'm just gonna walk around any area, doesn't have to be a big area. As you can see, I'm staying in this small little frame of what I'm filming. What the purpose is to shift your body weight around in your feet. So right now, I have my body weight on the inside edge of my feet, and I'm gonna take a few steps, try to keep my upper body relaxed. Now I'll shift my weight to the outside edge of my feet. So that's all the way from the outside of the heel to the outside of that pinky toe. Now I'm gonna go onto my heels. So I'm just lifting the toes slightly just to put my body weight into the heels. And now I'll put my body weight in the balls of my feet. All as I'm walking around, I'm trying to keep my body unaffected. And slowly, you're just shifting the body weight around. Now what this is doing is actually warming up or stretching out all of the white tissue in our feet and in our ankles and all the way up in our knees. And that white tissue are those ligaments and tendons and fascia. These are the things that can actually take a lot longer to adapt over time, and they can give us a lot of problems if we've never really worked on them or conditioned them in the first place. So that's why if you're in your office or you're sitting around at your house, there's always some time where you can just kind of get up, walk around, and transfer the weight on different spots of your foot. Our second warm-up that we're gonna do is just gonna involve moving our knees around as we're in this standing position. So I'm not doing any pattern or direction in particular. I'm just kind of randomly shifting my knees. So we have front to back, we have side to side, and we have circles and any variation in between. But the goal here is just to take the knee out of alignment of the foot and to start to put more pressure on that outside edge and then the inside edge, the front, the back. We want to hit those weak areas in a controlled state, so that way we can start to get used to being in them, all right? And then our muscles can adapt and become stronger. Like right there, I just felt like a little pop, like something kind of like rolled over a bone or something. Who knows what it was? I don't know, but it feels really good. All right, so now we're gonna get into a couple exercises that we can do to help strengthen the muscles around the knee joint. So the first one I'm gonna do here is my inside squat. I'm trying to bring my knees together, and then I'm going as low as I comfortably can go. So if it's up here, that's all good. Height of the squat doesn't matter. What matters is that we're bringing the knees together and we're putting that pressure on the inside of the knee. So you do around this tempo, unless you're really off balance, and if we're off balance, we gotta slow it down. Make sure we have our balance first. You'll do about 10 to 12 repetitions of these, coupled with outside squat. So now what we're doing is we're coming down and we're putting the pressure on the outside of the knee. Coming down. Once again, as you're doing this, you always want to make sure you have your balance first. Once we have our balance, then we're able to slowly lower ourselves down with control. Eventually, over time, we can go lower and lower. Okay, 10 through 12. Again, these numbers aren't too specific. Just pick a number and go for it. The important thing is that you actually do it. All right, here we go. Boom, boom, boom. This is the other side, because on this one, on the outside squat, we're only working one knee at a time. Oh, see, getting thrown off balance a little bit, but it's all good. Slow it down. All right, so you'll pick your magic number and you'll go through 3 rounds of that, inside and outside. All right, so up next we're gonna do our Sissy Squat. And you'll pick your magic number and you'll stick to it. Now when you're doing this one, you always wanna have a target. So what people will do is they'll stand in front of a wall or they'll put a stool in front of them. But what you're gonna wanna do is bring your knees to the target. As soon as you feel the knee or the top of the thigh touch, you can come back up. So your tempo with this one would be about 3 to 4 seconds down. So you would go 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. You touch the target, exhale with a 1 second pause up top, and then 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3, touch the target, exhale, stand with a little pause at the top, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 touch the target, exhale, stand up. So that's what you would do with that movement. Over time, you would be able to touch a target that is lower and lower, eventually until you're doing it all the way to the ground. Woo! Which is really cool. Sorry it's so echoey in here, but I'm gonna work on my production value over time. But look at this, I can go to the ground. You wanna see it? Yeah, you do. Oh, yeah, baby. Told you I could do it, Ma. My mother never watches. All right, so this is the last strengthening exercise. We're gonna do our hamstrings here. So the easiest variation is to do this. I'm doing this good morning. So as I'm coming down, I'm keeping my back arched. And then I stand back up and bring my hips forward. So it's gonna be, again, a 3 to 4 second negative. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up. Little pause at the top. All right, so if you want to make this movement harder, what you're going to do now is you're going to give yourself a kickstand with one leg. So now we're going to be using only one side of our body to help get this movement done. Notice that the kickstand, when you're positioning your foot, I have my big toe on the ground, and it's relatively close or in line with the other big toe of the foot that I'm standing on. You wouldn't want to have your kickstand with like a foot out here or way off to the side. Nice and close, even a little behind that big toe would kind of help you out a little more. Do your tempo, okay? On your last repetition with this one, we're gonna hold it for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, hamstrings, 2, and 1. Good. Now we're gonna go to the other side. If you have really good balance and your ego isn't telling you to do so, then you can lift your foot off of the ground. But if you do this variation and you're like, oh yeah, I got this, oh yeah, then no, do the easier variation. You always need to take your ego out of the mix and just be humble and just do what you're supposed to be doing, right? Okay, so if you're gonna do it, it's gonna look like this. The foot is gonna be elevated totally off the ground. And as I come down, you're gonna wanna make sure that you put your hands either to your side or up here or something like this, just as long as you don't want your body flailing around. Even the foot that's out in the air, you want to keep that foot, woo, nice and still. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, down, exhale up, pause, 1 Mississippi, 2, keeping your back arched, so you're not rounding, no, keep the shoulder blades together, all right? This is gonna create more of a stretch in your hamstring muscles. Once you're at your last rep, you're gonna hold for that 10 seconds. Okay, 3, 2, you're gonna come up and you're gonna shake it off. All right, so as you can see, all of those moves require no equipment and you can do it virtually anywhere. So at your home, at work, you can always sprinkle things in throughout the day, or pepper them in, as you can say. All right, so guys, thank you so much for watching. If you're at the end of this video, much appreciation. If you haven't subscribed yet, just please hit that subscribe button. That would be awesome. And we'll see you next time. Let me know what you want to see. This is Joey saying, no, this is Mini Movement Man. Haha, saying, be kind to one another and move well. Peace.